Today, I have the honor of speaking with Malik Arshad, President of Canoga Perkins and a valued WorkDone client since 2021. Canoga Perkins delivers advanced, highly reliable network connectivity solutions for carriers, data centers, and critical infrastructure. In this session, we aim to go beyond a traditional testimonial to dig into how a real-world operator thinks about process complexity, scalability, and risk in modern networking environments. Malik will share his perspective on the operational challenges facing network equipment providers, exploring how his organization approaches operational excellence, and discussing why they chose to partner with WorkDone for AI-driven workflow automation and corporate memory. So, Malik, welcome. Thank you.
Thank you very much for having me.
Could you begin by sharing a bit about your background and your journey leading Canoga Perkins?
I come from a product development background. Canoga Perkins has always been a customer-focused company, always driving for excellence in the products that we develop. And we've essentially continued on the same journey. We're bringing our new product line to the market, which is SyncMetra.
Can you describe a little bit about SyncMetra and what it represents to the industry?
We're bringing a new kind of networking to the market, deterministic networking. Deterministic networking will change the way business operates. It's going to enable industrial automation, AR, VR, and especially is going to enable AI in enterprises for automation and control. And we are very excited to bring this breakthrough networking technology to the market. That's what SyncMetra represents.
What motivated you to pursue agentic automation for back office operations at Canoga Perkins?
If you could find someone who can really benefit from corporate memory, it would be Canoga Perkins. Although we are modern and efficient and we have cutting edge products, we are also very stable place to work. And so people have long tenures here. Corporate memory allows us to retain the knowledge, the corporate memory, essentially, of people such that that knowledge doesn't walk out the door when an employee who's been here for 40 years retires. And we have employees who've been here 40 years, 30 years, 25 years. I personally have been here for 15 years, by far my longest tenure. And so corporate memory was perfect for our needs. We always strive to be as efficient as possible, and that provides the best value to our customers. We've looked at automation of business processes as an efficiency driver, but over the years, I think we've kind of hit a wall where new technology was needed to make ourselves even more efficient. And that's what agentic AI represents to us.
You first became a WorkDone client in 2021, where we came in and performed a vision assessment. How did your experience in 2021 compare to last year in 2024?
So the experience was pretty much the same, right? It was a lot easier because whenever a new technology comes in, people adopting the technology are, of course, reasonably concerned, worried about its impact on their lives. 2021, it was our first time. And so, of course, there was some trepidation. 2024 was a lot smoother. People knew what to expect. They knew that after the assessment is done, their lives are going to improve because we're going to look at business process flows and take out the annoying, mundane, repetitive things that they have to keep doing over and over again. When we did the analysis in 2021, we saw that even though we had really worked hard at being very efficient in our workflows, there was a lot of room for improvement. There was substantial room for improvement in how our business processes were done, and that sometimes our employees were doing these repetitive tasks over and over again, which were not providing much value. 2024 showed us that we had, to a large extent, improved those kinds of business workflows. There was still need for more efficiency, and we could see opportunities for efficiency, but a new kind of technology might be needed, like agentic AI, to achieve those efficiencies. So that was the difference between what we saw in 2021 and what we saw in 2024.
So, as an ongoing customer, what led you to have the confidence to deepen the relationship with WorkDone?
In 2021, people were a bit skeptical about what will happen, how will it affect their lives. But in 2021 and in 2024, there was a combined team of WorkDone and Canoga people who did it very, very smoothly. WorkDone delivered what they had promised to deliver, and it provided real value. It really helped us make a lot of our business processes much better and easier, and it really improved the lives of our employees, working lives of our employees. And so it was time to move to the next level and use the next available technology to make ourselves more efficient.
How has the transition to corporate memory and agentic automation been progressing so far?
It's been as smooth as we expected. I think WorkDone has set a really high bar for themselves. I don't envy them. Now they have to keep performing at the same level. The process has been smooth, it has been measured. They are delivering what they set out to deliver, and we are very, very happy with the results.
Have there been any disruptions to work or staff during the implementation?
We now have quite a bit of experience working with WorkDone, and the disruptions have been minimal. We know how to work together. There is a lot of upfront work that's done to roll these things out in phases. There's a lot of sandbox testing that's done. There is a lot of user training that's done. So that has been if there is any impact, it's the time it takes to get the employees trained on the new systems. Other than that, it mostly doesn't disrupt the working lives of our employees. And when it's rolled out, it improves it. It improves their lives.
Have you encountered any other challenges during this transition?
Challenges have come from two very separate areas. One of them is, like any technology implementation, you are to some extent doing discovery-based planning, right? You go into it and then you realize suddenly that your ERP system doesn't play well with some of your other systems. We have a variety of technologies that we have deployed over the 60-year history of this company, and some of it doesn't play very well with each other. So those kind of challenges are always there in technology deployments. So there have been minor one of those where we've had to change the way we deployed a few of our technologies and systems. The other one is, of course, the usual challenge of making people change their work habits. Right now, there is a new system in place, but people here, as I said before, have very long tenure. They know how they do their jobs, and it's difficult to break their habits to now do it a different way. So, for example, people are used to, when they have a question in a certain area, getting up, walking up to their colleague, disrupting both of their work days, and asking the question. And now we have to encourage them to use the corporate memory and see if the answers are there. And usually the answers are there. So that has been some of the challenges in rolling out this technology.
So, how does this move towards AI automation strengthen Canoga Perkins' competitive position in your industry?
The very simple answer is that it makes it more efficient, and it therefore strengthens our position against our competitors because now we are more efficient. But a more deeper answer is that our deterministic networking enables automation and control using AI in enterprises, right? And if you don't use the technology for yourself, you don't know the pain points of how customer is going to deploy it. And so it's always, always, always better for the healer to heal thyself. And so in this case, continuing to use AI in our own internal processes helps us develop better products for when the AI is deployed in the enterprises for automation and control uses.
What areas are you planning to implement this technology in next?
We're going to continue on our journey of business process automation and improvement and efficiency. And so, as you know, we have a list of backlog of all the things that people want to improve in the current Canoga business processes. And it's funny, people are now coming up with, well, can you automate this for me? And can you automate that for me? I really am annoyed when I have to do this over and over again. Can you please automate this for me? And so we're going to listen to our employees and see if we can improve their work lives.
So for other companies that are considering corporate memory and agentic automation, what would you say about your experience working with WorkDone?
The experience has been far better, far smoother, far easier than we expected. When you roll out a new technology, especially one with the kind of hype that's attached with AI, you brace yourself for the real world experience of it. It has been a fantastic experience. WorkDone has always delivered what they promise. The improvement that we are able to achieve using agentic AI and corporate memory and other things that WorkDone has worked with us have been fantastic. I would recommend that other companies take the leap, do it thoughtfully, setting aside the hype and really looking at places where it will make deep impact in your organizations.
Well, that's great. Thank you so much for your time today, Malik. And we look forward to continuing the relationship and working together in the future.
Always a pleasure. As you know, always a pleasure talking to you, always a pleasure working with you. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.